Okay, so good morning everyone. So in this video, we will discuss about the 7th lesson of our discussion in Science, Technology, and Society, which is the good life. So what is the meaning of good life and the sources of meaning and happiness? So this video is first part lang ng discussion natin because itong nasa video na to is wala doon sa module natin. Okay, so an additional information itong nasa video na to. Okay, class? So, our objectives in discussing the lesson The Good Life, the learners should be able to examine what is meant by good life, discuss the concept and elements of good life, and examine the role of science and technology toward achieving a good life. So, this objective is ma-attain natin at the end of the discussion. So, kapag na-discuss na natin yung second part ng discussion ng good life, ma-attain natin yung mga objectives na to. Okay. So, a puzzling problem. So, let us now start. A puzzling problem. People want to be healthy but many consume junk food. People want to be happy but many do things that make themselves miserable. So tingnan nyo yung mga situation. So most things that taste good are probably bad for you. So kung sa iba, masarap yung pagkain na yun, pero sa iyo hindi. Most things that give you a thrill are probably bad for you too. So, yung mga bagay na alam mo na hindi makakabuti sa iyo is probably hindi siya good for you. Okay. So, what is actually the meaning of good life? So, people have different ideas of what constitutes the good life. So, iba-iba yung perspective natin kung ano ba talagang ibig sabihin ng good life natin. Good life para sa atin. So, wrong pursuits may lead to tragic consequences. So, kung mali yung pagkakaintindi mo ng good life, kung maling way ang paggamit mo doon sa ibinigay sa'yo, probably it may lead a tragic consequences. Then, correct pursuits may lead to flourishing. So, kung tama yung pagkakagamit mo ng isang bagay, probably it will lead to flourishing. Therefore, be careful what you dream for. So, because of that wrong pursuits and correct pursuits, you need to be careful what you dream for. So the happiness pursuit, everybody wants more happiness and success. So it's good to know how to optimize happiness and success. So there are many happiness coaches and self-help books on the market. So what are the risk factors? So there are risk factors when the happiness pursuit becomes one's ultimate purpose in life. So the happiness pursuit is not guided by a philosophy of life informed by general principles of meaning, spirituality, and virtue. The golden rule. So ano ba yung mga golden rule? So what are the golden rule? According to Confucius, what you do not want done to yourself, do not do unto others. So anong meaning nito? What you do not want done to yourself, do not do unto others. Kung ano man yung mga bagay na ayaw mong gawin sa sarili mo, huwag mong gawin sa iba. That is according to Confucius. Sabi naman ni Aristotle, the golden rule according to Aristotle, we should behave to others as we wish others to behave to us. So, we should behave to others as we wish others to behave to us. Kumbaga, parang kung gusto mong irespeto ka, kailangan mo rin irespeto siya. So, if you want to be respected, you need to respect others. Buddhism, hurt not others with that which pains thyself. And according to Christianity, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So kung ano yung gusto mong gawin sa iba, gawin mo rin muna sa sarili mo. Yun yung 4 na golden rule. Okay, so next, the good life is a virtuous life. So the good life is a virtuous life. So according to this, a meaningful, authentic good life is based on our inner goodness. So lahat tayo may kanya-kanyang kabutihan. Minsan, kahit na ang pinapakita niya ay sobrang sama, at the end, meron din siya doon sa kanyang kalooban. Meron din siyang mabuting kalooban na tinatago sa kanyang sarili. So, a meaningful, authentic good life is based on your inner goodness. So, according to Aristotle, the end of life is eudaimonia. So, as we go back to our previous module, na nabanggit doon that eudaimonia is happiness. Tama? So, the end of life is happiness. Eudaimonia means well-being, virtue, and human flourishing. So, to live the good life is to become what we ought to be as human beings. So, moral agents who strive more excellence, it strive more excellence. So, according to Aristotle, his moral theory is teleological. Aristotle's virtue ethics, then the golden mean to avoid extremes, and what are the practical wisdom na sinabi ni Aristotle? So the practical wisdom that he emphasized, the proper end to our actions and the proper means to our end. So meron siyang 4 na virtues na binigay, the 4 cardinal virtues, which are the prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. So, yung 4 na yun ang kailangan natin malaman. So, according to Confucius, lived in a tumultuous period of war and conflict. So, it equates the good life with social harmony. So according to Confucius, it equates the good life with social harmony. Kasi nga, kung babalikan natin yung golden rule na huwag mong gawin yung mga bagay na kung ayaw mong gawin yung mga bagay sa'yo na ayaw mo, huwag mong gawin sa iba. So, the need to fit in an ordered society. So, kung kay Aristotle merong 4 cardinal virtues, dito kay Confucius meron siyang 5 cardinal virtues. Ano yun? We have the benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and faithfulness or loyalty. So, we need to have that virtues in order to come up with a good life. So, inner cultivation of virtues leads to world peace. So, that inner cultivation of virtues, it leads to world peace. So, let's proceed to a shift in the narrative of the good life. So, a shift from virtue and ethics to personal happiness and success. So, from virtue and ethics, it shifts from personal happiness and success. So, an increase in personal freedom and gross domestic product. So, sabi doon, money does not always buy happiness. Agree. So, money does not always buy happiness. So, hindi lahat ng kasayahan mo ay nabibili ng money. So, hindi lahat ng kasayahan mo ay katumbas lahat ay money, lahat pera. So, not always money is the main reason for you to become happy. Kasi, pwede ka naman maging masaya kahit na wala kang pera. Yes, you can live, money does not always buy happiness. So, hindi natin nabibili yung totoong kasiyahan natin ng pera. So, ipagpapalit mo ba ng pera ang kasayahan na ipagkakaloob sa'yo? Syempre, hindi. So, kumbaga, you can do whatever you want. You can do na wala sa'yong maghuhusga. And money is not always the reason to become happy. Then the holistic approach. So the whole is more than the sum of its parts. So meron tayong formula to have a good life. So if you are going to surround with a good people, a good community, plus the world peace, it is always equivalent to good life. So makakamtan mo na yung tinatawag nating good life if you surround yourself with a good people, good community, and syempre kailangan mo maging mapayapa. Lahat ng mga worries mo is alisin natin. Kumbaga, tanggalin natin yung mga worries natin, yung mga iniisip natin. Kumbaga, have peace and harmony. Kailangan natin mag-isip lang ng you can take a deep breath to have peace, then it is equivalent to good life. Mararanasan mo na yung good life na tinatawag natin. Because good life, hindi naman actually na good life is maganda yung buhay mo. Hindi porket na mahirap ka is hindi na maganda yung buhay mo. Because of that formula, kapag napapaligiran ka ng mga good people, kapag napapaligiran ka ng mga community, marami kang friends na gagabay sa'yo, and of course, kapag inalaw mo yung sarili mo na ma-achieve yung peace na hinihingi mo, then it means you are having a good life. So, the good life in tough times. So, ano yung mga gagawin mo to achieve the good life in tough times? So, according to Franklin, 1985, finding meaning through a heroic attitude. So, you are going to find meaning through a heroic attitude. What do we mean by that? So, pwede kang tumulong. Kahit na konting tulong sa mga nangangailangan is pwede mong ma-achieve yung good life na yun. Di ba masarap pakatulong lalo na sa mga nakikita mong nahihirapan. For example, a simple help na maibigay mo sa kapwa mo is maganda na yun sa ating kalooban. And accepting what cannot be changed. So kung yung mga bagay na hindi natin mababago pa, we need to accept it. Yung alam mong hindi mo na kayang baguhin, you need to accept it. Kasi yun na yun eh. Hindi mo na siya mababago. Hindi na natin mababago kung ano man yung mga nangyari na. Tama? Say for example, may nawala tayo ng minamahal. So you cannot change that. May maibalik mo sila. You cannot change that. So, having a good life, you need to accept. Acceptance is the key for all. Para makamove on tayo sa kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan natin. Every cloud has a silver lining. So, transforming adversities through meaning and faith. So, we need to transform some adversities through meaning and faith. And of course, reducing stress, depression, and anxiety. So, sabi ko nga, kung nahihirapan ka sa isang bagay, you do not need to be hindi mo kailangan magpaka-stress isang bagay na alam mo naman na magagawa mo rin siya ng padahan-dahan. So, depression, yes. Mahirap kalabanin ang depression. But, how are you going to have a good life para mabawasan natin yung depression na yan in having a good life? So, we need to reduce depression in our life. Kumbaga, gumawa tayo ng mga bagay na makakapagpasaya sa atin. And kasi yung depression is minsan may nag-overthink tayo sa mga bagay-bagay, tama? Anxiety. So, do not overthink. Huwag tayo mag-overthink. Huwag nating pangunahan yung future kung ano man yung mangyayari in the future. So, we need to be relaxed. We need to have peace. And we need to reduce our stress. So, kung pagod ka, then magpahinga. Then, continue lang yung life. If you overthink some negativities, then palitan mo yun ng mga positive. Isipin mo yung mga mas kailangan mong gawin. Isipin mo yung sarili mo na walang ibang makakatulong sa'yo kundi sarili mo lang. So, we need to lose it to achieve the good life. integrating negatives with positives. So, kung may mga negatives tayong nakikita, kung may mga negatives tayong nararanasan ngayon, na mga na napupunta sa atin, mga negativities, then we should integrate it with positive. We should integrate it, wag nating tingnan yung isang bagay na negative, kundi tingnan natin yung isang bagay na positive. Say for example, hindi ka ngayon nakapasa sa entrance exam. So do not take it as a negative kasi hindi ka nakapasa. Take it as a positive, meaning to say, nagkulang ka lang. Meaning to say na you need to study hard in order to pass the board exam. Tama? Okay. So, hindi lahat ng negatives is puro na negatives yung mararanasan natin. So, we should integrate it with positive vibes. So, kaya pala hindi ako nakapasa kasi nagkulang din naman talaga ako. Hindi ako nag-aral. Say for example, ako dati, nag-exam ako sa civil service. Hindi ako nakapasa. Yes, umiyak ako noon. But, sabi ko, siguro hindi yun para sa akin. Kaya nag-exam ako sa board exam for teachers. So yun, nag-aral ako kasi nagkulang din naman talaga ako nung nag-exam ako sa civil. So, ang ginawa ko is talagang nagpursige ako na makapasa sa board exam. Kasi siguro ito yung itinadhana para sa akin. To pass the licensure examination for teacher. So, yung ganun lang naman. So, for example, ngayon, pandemic, tama? Mahirap sabayan sa mga kaklase mo na nakakapag-online sila, ganon, ganyan. So, do not integrate it with negativities. So, you should exert effort para alamin mo kung ano ba yung kulang, alamin mo kung paano mo ba masusolusyonan yung isang problem na yun. So, do not integrate negatives with negative. Integrate negatives with positive. Okay. That is the good life in times of tough times. The good life is a spiritual life. So the adopted advantages of religion and believing in God. So a moral compass and answers to the big questions, belief in an ultimate rescuer. So hope beyond the grave. And significance in mundane activities. So a meaning mindset is a faith-filled perspective. And lastly, the good life is a balanced life. So if you have a good life, then it is a balanced life. Tama? If you experience some problems in your life, then you should kailangan mong alamin kung ano ba yung solusyon na yun. Hindi porket nagkakaroon ka na ng problema, hayaan mo na lang yung problem na yun na problemahin ka. Kailangan mong bigyan siya ng solusyon. So as you can see here in the picture, this is you and then the whole universe. Tama? So how will you integrate the good life in the universe? So, paano mo siya, kung ikaw to, tsaka kalaban mo yung buong mundo. So, we need to have a single-minded pursuit is not always beneficial. So, kailangan mo socialize sa ibang tao. So, sabi dito, a single-minded pursuit is not always beneficial. So, kung ikaw lang yung nag-iisip, hindi mo alam, wala sa yung nagsasabi kung tama ba yan or tama ba yan. So you need to socialize. You need to have may mga friends ka, kailangan mo ng mga friends na yun para makapag-advise sa iyo. Active engagement needs to be balanced by rest. So active engagement needs to be balanced by rest. So exclusive love needs to balance by greater love. So, sabi nga, we need to love each other. Amo? So, para mapalaya ka sa isang, halimbawa, may isang tao ka na galit ka sa isang tao. So, wag mong pairalin yung galit mo sa isang tao, kundi pairalin mo yung pagmamahal mo sa isang tao. So, ganun lang siya. So, for example, Bakit ganyan siya? Bakit bakit ayaw niya makipag-usap? Bakit galit siya sa mundo? Hindi natin alam kung ano yung pinagdadaanan ng bawat tao, tama? So we need to give love to other people. Kahit na hindi natin yan kakilala, wag natin silang, we need to respect them. We need to give love to one another. So achievement needs to be balanced by acceptance. So, ulitin ko, dito kanina, active engagement needs to be balanced by rest. So, active engagement, kailangan mo rin ng pahinga. Kung sobrang sipag ka, ikaw na lang palagi yung gumagawa ng mga bagay-bagay, then, yung balance na yon ay katumbas siya ng rest. So, wag mong hayaan na wala ka ng pahinga sa lahat ng mga ginagawa mo. So, halimbawa ngayon, nagmo-module kayo, so you need to have rest then. So, wag nyong itutok yung sarili nyo sa pag-module. So, kailangan nyo rin ng pahinga. Then, exclusive love. So, sabi ko lang kanina na you need to love one another. So, hindi lang ikaw lang yung nagmamahal, so kailangan din lahat ng tao. Hindi lang ikaw yung nagbibigay ng love, kailangan din may ma-receive ka rin na greater love. And achievement needs to be balanced by acceptance. So kung ano man yung narating mo sa ngayon, you need to accept it. Hindi yun na meron ka ng ganyan, tapos nagrereklamo ka pa kasi bakit ganito lang? For example, bakit siya? Parang kinukumpare mo pa yung sarili mo, which is wrong. So, everything na na-achieve mo sa buhay mo is you need to accept it. Yes, kailangan natin ng acceptance sa buhay. So, huwag tayong magrereklamo kung ano man yung binigay sa atin kasi yun yung achievement na nakuha natin. So, we need to, if you have a greater achievement, then it is good for you. But, you need to accept kung ano man yung binigay sa'yo. Huwag ka nang magrereklamo kung ano man yung na-receive mo. Kasi, hindi mo alam na yung iba ngaya, walang ganyan, o ikaw meron. So, we need to accept it. So, kumbaga, we need to accept kung ano yung meron tayo. So, for example, dati, nagrereklamo ako kasi sabi ko, bakit sila may trabaho tapos ako wala? Then, nagrereklamo naman ako minsan, may trabaho na tapos bakit sobra naman nung nagkatrabaho na tapos sobra naman yung reklamo sa work. Which is, wag na tayong magreklamo kung ano man yung meron tayo ngayon. So, we need to accept it and kailangan natin, lahat ng mga achievement natin, we need to accept it. And self-transcendence needs to be balanced by fair treatment. So, self-transcendence need to be balanced by fair treatment. So, yung fair treatment na yan is, hindi porket na may favoritism yung isang bagay. So, hindi porket na magaling siya, for example, magaling ito si Apple, then ito si Paulo ngaya, hindi siya gaano kagaling. Tapos, you need to treat them fairly. So, wag natin iisipin na lahat ng bagay kaya ng isang tao na kaya niya. For example, kaya mo yung isang bagay na to, kaya mong umakyat. Wag mong iisipin na lahat ng tao is kayang umakyat. So, we need to treat them fairly. We need to know their capabilities, abilities, because meron tayong tinatawag na may kanya-kanya tayong kakayahan na pwedeng gawin. So, this is the good life, is a balanced life. So, yun yung mga balance niya. So, active engagement is equal to rest. Exclusive love. So, exclusive love is equal to greater love. Ibig sabihin ng exclusive love, self-love. Achievement is equal to acceptance, and self-transcendence is equal to fair treatment. Thank you and God bless.